first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44. Powell, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
36 yards on the play.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Has some space here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here's Mostert.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere along there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
So that run there, again, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Second down. Howell now.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Howell
got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. To about the 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Howell down to throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
That is caught by Lamb.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. Room here to run. midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On first down, Howell.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Powell taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second and 9, Powell being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Back to throw, Howell. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play and force 4th down.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, They'll have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Cowboys, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm stepping on the scene like I never